I've talked before about my favorite author and my love for my favorite author, and that is Neil Gaiman. I've talked before about his books and how they make me feel, and I've read his books with you and explained my feelings with you. But this takes the cake. It takes the cake. It has taken my heart and my soul for the last week and something. Bam. I don't have any notes. I didn't write any notes. I didn't think I'm gonna sit and talk about the book. I merely thought if I mentioned it on my channel, it's gonna be like one of those books I give a small summary of and my rating, how I felt about them at the end of the month in a wrap-up, but I cannot not talk about this. Like, I have so many feelings that I need to put somewhere, and that somewhere is you. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything is cool for you. Let's talk books. Neil Gaiman, I mean. This is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. So the story itself, yes, I am late to the party, but it is what it is. The story itself follows an inmate who was in prison, and then when he gets out, his wife, before he gets out, he gets off. Stop saying he gets off. Stop saying he gets off every time you're supposed to say he gets. When he gets out from prison, when he was supposed to get out from prison, his wife surprisingly passes away. And then on his way back home, he meets someone that claims to be a god known as Mr. Wednesday. And then we follow him on this huge and epic urban fantasy adventure. After Wednesday, the god offers him a job. He tells him that you can get paid. You're gonna be rich, baby. All you have to do is the stuff that I tell you and do not ask questions. And after a bit of insistence, after a bit of insistence, Shadow, his name is Shadow, the MC by the way, the prison dude, ends up saying yes and doing the work. Days before his release from prison, Shadow's wife Laura dies in a mysterious car crash. Numbly, he makes his way back home on the plane. He encounters the enigmatic Mr. Wednesday, who claims to be a refugee from a distant war, a former god and the king of America. Together, they embark on a profoundly strange journey across the heart of the USA, whilst all around them a storm of preternatural and epic proportions threatens to break. Scary, gripping, and deeply unsettling. I wouldn't say unsettling. I wouldn't say scary. I would say this is the most beautiful thing that I've read this year. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. 5 stars. I am, like I said, I don't have any notes. I'm just gonna speak from the heart. I love mythology. I love everything that has to do with the gods. I love everything about paganism. I love everything that falls under. I would say the religious aspect from it, not a Wiccan or anything, but I do enjoy paganism and anything that has to do with paganism. I love learning, and I love talking about this, and I love learning about this, and I love everything about this, and this was everything that I ever dreamed of, and more, and so much more, and then exceeded that more, and then went to that more, and then exceeded that more some more. It's Neil Gaiman. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and tell you the writing is beautiful and poetic and smart and witty, because it's Neil fucking Gaiman. So the writing is smart and poetic. I really need to cut my hair. This is too much. I've eaten so much hair throughout my life. We don't only focus on one thing, which is something that I loved so much. I buddy read this with a buddy, Drew. I don't know if you suggested we do American Gods, or I suggested we do American Gods, or you, I don't remember. Thank you so much. I don't care if, I thank you so much. This was, and it made it so much more exciting to buddy read this and to be able to talk about this while reading it. It was so cool. It was so cool, and I loved it so much. It's incredibly enigmatic. It's incredibly well done. It's well created. It's incredibly cohesive. The story, you don't even understand how beautiful and epic the story is, how smart the writing is, how witty the story itself is, the storytelling, the building of the story, the building of the characters, the building of the side characters, of the world. It will put you there. It will put you there. The writing is incredibly beautiful and detailed in a way that won't bore you, but will just succeed vehemently in putting you in that situation, in that place where you yourself will have heart palpitations, where you will get nervous and anxious and scared and I don't know, and happy and smiley, and all the things that these people are feeling, you will feel them too, and you will get scared for them and happy for them and excited for them. And Lord knows, I felt this exact same way. I felt all those things with this character. I felt all those things and so much more. It's one of those books. It distracted me. It distracted me from my brain. It distracted me. It succeeded even in pulling me back from dissociation, which is a huge thing. If you have BPD, it's a huge thing and a difficult thing to get over. And it succeeded in doing that. I spent hours and hours and hours just taking my sweet time with this book, not wanting to finish it. I'm not happy. Like, the only negative thing is that I am disappointed that I finished this book. This is a chunky boy. Like, it's a very chunky boy, and I don't want to finish it. I took all the time in the world, like, that I can possibly take while reading, so I will not finish this. As you can see, I had a lot of things that I liked, a lot of thoughts that I enjoyed. Our kind of people, we are exclusive. We're not social, not even me, not even Bacchus, not for long. We walk by ourselves or we stay in our own little groups. We do not play well with others. We like to be adored and respected and worshipped. Me? I like them to be telling tales about me. Tales showing my cleverness. It's a fault, I know, but it's the way I am. We like to be big, she said. Sorry. Now in these shabby days we are small. The new gods rise and fall and rise again. But this is not a country that tolerates gods for long. You are the nearest thing I have to life. You are the only thing I have left. The only thing that isn't bleak and flat and grey. I could be blindfolded and dropped into the deepest ocean and I would know where to find you. I could be buried 100 miles underground and I would know where you are. It goes from talking in an epic way about gods and giving you so much information, real information, factual information, and then to the most beautiful, poetic, romantic writing. Dude, the way I feel right now about this book is beyond what I expected to feel about this book when I started it. I don't even know if this is gonna be an actual video or I don't know, dude. This is so incoherent and a mess, a chaotic mess. I'm so sorry that I don't have coherent, legible notes for your brain to listen to, for your ears to listen and your brain to understand. I am just speaking from the heart. This was incredible, incredibly joyous. The joy that it made me feel. I came out of this jubilant, my dude, jubilant. I have complete jubilation after this book. I am so fucking excited about this. I don't know where the story goes. It is, Jesus, it felt like it's 18 different stories in one story made into perfection. Not half-assed. You will never find anything half-assed by Neil Gaiman, and this was just so well done. After Shadow ends up working with the god, we find out after a little bit who he actually is, who Wednesday is actually, and who he is supposed to represent. But it's so much more than that. It has representation of a lot of cultures and a lot of deities and a lot of customs and traditions. And I love that so much. You will get an idea of why the book is titled American Gods in a little while after you start reading it, and it is just, it's a mind-opening book in a way that I did not expect it to be. I didn't expect to get out of this with a lot of opinions, a lot of thoughts, a lot of educational, tidings, but I did. I know that most of the mythos type books only focus on 2, 3 or your typical gods, but this one is the complete opposite. This one is everything I personally ever wanted in a mythology-based book. and so much more. From Egyptian deities to African deities, South African, East African, Western African deities, European deities, West European deities. Yes, in a way, Wednesday and the god he represents is sort of the main deity in a way, but it does not feel like that at all. Even if you read it, you know what I mean. He is supposed to be the MC, not Shadow is the MC, but he's supposed to be the main deity, but it's not like that. I love that so much. It doesn't just glance at the other deities like a passing fancy. It actually goes in depth in them. It actually gave me so much information that I didn't know I needed in my life, but I needed it and I loved having it so much. I don't know if this is gonna be an actual video and if I'm gonna go ahead with producing it, editing it and stuff like that, because it's all over the place, but I just needed to talk about this beautiful, incredible book and this beautiful, incredible story. I loved it so much. It's one of those books, you know. It's that Hobbit kind of feeling, that Harry Potter kind of feeling. You know, this is gonna be a special thing, and yeah, this is an obsession now. Yeah, it's that kind of book. An obsession. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next video.